What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Shani, and welcome back to the Woman's Palace. So today I'm going to be reading out of the book of Jonah, and I'm going to ask you a question. Okay, so we're going to go to Jonah 1, and I'm going to read about 1 through 5. And this is the New International Version. So, and let me also put a disclaimer because, baby, these words up in this Bible, you think you can read until you read the Bible. Okay, so if you know how to say it, that's good for you. But we here for the word, not to see if I can read. Okay, so let's get into it. The word of the Lord came to Jonah, son of Amittai. Go to the great city of Nineveh and preach against it, because its wickedness has come up before me. But Jonah ran away from the Lord and headed for Tarshish. Are you running from the Lord? That's what I want to ask you. Are you running from God? Are you running away from what God is calling you to do? God, I can't do that. You need to go. You need to get somebody else. That ain't for me. Okay. He went down to Joppa, where he found a ship bound for that port. After paying the fare, he went aboard and sailed for Tarshish to flee from the Lord. Then the Lord sent a great wind on the sea, and such a violent storm arose that the ship threatened to break up. Okay. Sometimes we have trials and tribulations, yes, but sometimes God will bring you to your knees. He will send a storm in your life so violent that you ain't got no choice but to go, okay, God, I'm here. I know I said I couldn't do it, but I changed my mind because this is crazy. What is going on in my life? Sometimes God has to send a violent storm in your life to get your attention, because you can run from God, but you cannot hide. And when I say that, if God showed you something in your life, like this is what I'm calling you to do. This is what you are made for. This is your purpose. But it's so big, or it's so not who you think you are, because it's really who you are. But see, when we come into this world, we put on these things of this world. So we think we can't do this, or I can't do that, I'm too shy, or whatever the case may be. This is what you are made for. This is the reason why you have breath in your lungs. But yet you feel like you can't. You dim yourself down. God, leave me alone. Have you ever told God, leave me alone, God? I can't do that. You need to go find somebody else. Okay? And this is real life examples, because it doesn't necessarily have to be go preach to somebody else. God can call you to anything, to write this book, to make a YouTube channel, to make a business, or basically whatever the case may be, whatever God is calling you to. But you find yourself, God, I can't do that. I'm going to talk to them people. I ain't about to go minister to this kids group. I can't raise these kids, or whatever the case may be. It's just real life examples. Do you find yourself running from God, trying to hide from God? And God will send a wind storm. God will send a storm on your life. And when I say a storm that will break you down to your knees, because God is trying to get your attention. God will still send storms in your life to get your attention. Everything in your life will fall down. It's different. Yeah, trials and tribulations ain't got nothing on the storm that God will send to get you to wake up. Okay, God. Obviously, your will prevail, like it says in the Bible. And I just want you to be aware of, you can't run from God. And one thing I had to notice with God is not the God that's just going to push you straight up into whatever he is calling you to do. It's going to be a process. He's going to prune you. He's going to mold you into the person that he showed you. But if you just get so scared in your life, or scared in what he's calling you to do, and run, you are only hurting yourself. Because God, like I said, and it goes back to, I'm gonna read this other little part where it says, 13, people in your life. Now I just want to go, because he fled, and then the people was trying to figure out basically who's calling this storm. Like, who's causing this storm? Because usually it's supposed to be a great sail, but somebody done did something, because this storm is not supposed to be? Who on a boat that's not supposed to be on the boat? Because this is supposed to be a smooth sail. So we go to Jonah 1:13. Instead, the men did their best to row back to the land, but they could not, for the sea grew even wilder than before. So this is for the people that try to help you. Say, for example, you lose your house, you lose your car. Somebody will let you come into their house. God gonna send a storm on them. See, God is not going to allow people to help you, because it's not people. He don't want people around to enable you. He trying to get you to come back to him, because he's trying to get your attention. So this is to say, people gonna try to help you, but they could not. They not gonna be able to. For the sea grew even wilder than before. They're going to start having storms in their life, and they're going to be like, oh, I can't even help you. See, it's better for you not to hide from God, because I done been there. I done that. God, I ain't doing that. You feel me? I'm gonna go back to this job. I'm gonna go do this. Okay, now I'm gonna make them people fire you. Like, see, what I'm realizing, God gonna let you know who he is, and his will gonna prevail. He's gonna send a storm in your life. Then you're gonna think, okay, somebody can help me. No, them people not gonna help you, because I'm gonna make them not be able to help you. And I'm gonna make the storm more violent. So at this point, you have nowhere left to run. You know what, God? I'm here. The best thing you can do is to surrender. Surrender your life. Okay, God, I'm scared. Because God, you're gonna be scared. Whatever God is calling you to do, you're gonna be scared. You're gonna be anxious. You're gonna be nervous. You're gonna question, can I do this? But you have to know that if God chose you, he already checked your record. He already know who you is. He already know everything, and he still called you. So you got to know, okay, I'm capable to be able to do this. Now, I'm not maybe capable to do it right here, right now, but I know during this process, while God is pruning me, he's molding me, I'm going to be able to eventually be the person that I seen. So even though it scares me, I'm going to do it scared. Because if not, I'm going to be broken down to my knees, and I'm going to be here. Some storms, you are the reason. Because you want to run from God after God done told you something to do. And you don't want to do it because you scared. Baby, you're going to be scared in that storm. You better go ahead and just, you know what, God, I'm here. It is what it is. I'm here. So I want to ask you today, what are you running away from? What are you running away from? And if you are running, when are you going to surrender? Because life is not going to get better until one thing I had to realize, I would keep saying this, God's will prevail. God will put you in a storm that is, like I said, he will have you on your knees spiritually. This is all spiritually. God will have you on your knees spiritually, down to nothing, just so you can be like, okay, God, I surrender. And then one thing, after Jonah prayed, because this is when when they threw him in the sea, the fish came and ate him up, and he was in there for 3 days. So Jonah prayed, and he was like, I'm sorry, God, or whatever. And the Lord commanded the fish, and it vomited Jonah onto the dry land. And then the word of the Lord came to Joshua a second time. Go to the great city of Nineveh and proclaim it to the message I give you. See, after that, God's still going to tell you to do the same thing he told you before. He's going to tell you again. Again, okay? So it ain't no, okay, maybe he going to switch it up. Or no, he going to tell you the same thing he already told you. What I told you the first time, and you ran, and you act like you couldn't do it, and you thought you can run from me and you can hide. And you thought you was going to have your little friends and your little family members help you. Now you got your mind right. Go back and do what I told you to do the first time. So I say that to say, know that you are capable. Because I done been there, done that. God, I can't do that. You tripping. Me, you must not know. You ever see when people point to you, me, you be looking back like, who else is here he talking to? No, I'm talking to you. Okay? And just know you capable. Because one thing about God, he ain't gonna call you to something he don't know. He know you're not capable of doing. He put everything in you to be capable to do it. But you gotta believe, okay, I may not feel it. I may not feel like I'm worthy to do this job. I may not feel like I'm the woman for the job or I'm the man for the job. But if God said I am, I'm going to have to get me together and tell myself. Because, sometimes it's just your insecurities talking. To tell myself I'm capable. Because the God who created me and everything in this world, the dry land and the wet sea, I can do it. I can do it. I may not feel like I can do it, but I can do it if God sees, because he don't see me how I see myself. God see who I truly am, who he designed me to be. So I can be that. Now, it's going to take a little work. It's going to take a little getting your mind together, taking off what the world put on you, the insecurities of the world. You can't do that. Who you think you is? Baby, I'm a child of the Most High God, and God called. See, one thing I like that little quote. I have to tell myself, you got to walk into a room. You got to walk into wherever God told you to do and be like, God sent me here. You're going to have to be able to say that in front of the devil, because it's going to be God. That's one thing. That's why he says you got to be as bold as a lion. God is going to send you out into the world that's not only people he's trying to save, but he's going to send you out into the world to be in front of the devil. You got to be bold enough to be like, baby, God sent me here. Because the devil, don't think the devil sniff. He going to sniff some, oh, you shy, you ain't got it together, whatever the case, baby. No, baby, you got to rise up. You got to let that spirit, that lion spirit rise up in you and be like, baby, God sent me here. I know, baby, I done been through hell and back. God still sent me. So I know God sent me here, and I ain't going back to that storm. So we here, and I'm about to tell you what God told me to tell you, period. Like, you got to know God is going to back you. And I say that to say, because it's going to be scary, okay? Because I done been there, done it. I was not. God have called me to do YouTube. He called me to do a lot of stuff. And it's just like, I'm the type, I'd rather be in the back. I'd rather be in the cut. I'd rather not be seen. And God is like, no. You want to keep on acting like you didn't hear me? I'm going to keep on sending storms in your life until you feel me. Okay? And and it's funny because I didn't been through that. And I'm like, okay, God, your will prevail, and it is what it is. But I'm just saying to say this: be confident in yourself. Be confident in God, to know first and foremost that God wouldn't choose you if you wasn't made for this. You are made for whatever God is calling you to do, no matter how big, how scary it may be. You are made for this. The reason why you have breath in your lungs is because of that very reason. And it may look big, be big, but guess what? You were made for that. And you gotta be confident enough in yourself to know, okay, I got this. No matter how I feel, you gotta push through those emotions, because those emotions are not yours. Emotions come to serve purpose. They just come in to grow you stronger. So don't run from God, because you can't hide. Okay, just persevere through and do it scared. Do it shaking. Do it trembling. But do it. Because eventually, you're going to be doing it like a piece of cake. Like, God, if I knew I was going to be good at this like this, I should have been started this. I didn't cause all this havoc in my life for what? Okay. So I want y'all to go out and be a light in this world and continue to strive and persevere through whatever God is calling you to do, because you are capable, you are confident, you are worthy to do whatever God has called you to do.